Hello gamers, welcome to Steel Division 2 Sunday and another matchup from Division 4, Bulldog against the b00mer, game 1. Bulldog playing C.I.A.B.G Maverick against b00mer's third mechanized, also Maverick, income on Shchedrin. So C.I.A.B.G is actually currently regarded a very good division. It doesn't have the lasting power for balanced, I think, mainly due to the infantry. But other than that, it's pretty strong. So let's go through it. I'm a bit surprised it's not banned. And also on the other end, third mech was not banned, which I think is currently a quite good division. But there are so many good divisions now, and the game is so balanced that you can't ban all good divisions. There are just not enough bans. So he goes for the Marines. Yeah, a bit slow, but they've got smoke, they've got a bazooka, they can fight a little bit at shorter ranges. He also goes for the Daimler OV, which is a 2-pounder, which is a nice choice. But actually it does 5 damage. And then the Cromwell Reckon tank, which is pretty good. Double vetted. Doesn't take those Piat scouts. They are actually quite nice, I think, because they are very fast in their Jeep. And they've got the Piat. Personally, I would probably take them over the slower Marines. Availability is a bit worse, though. You can't really double vet them, and they are double vet, and for Recon, I think probably a good choice then. Then the Hildka, that's basically like a CQC infantry squad, kind of, that even has an MG34 for longer range engagements with a very decent rifle. We have some options here, but actually only 3 affordable slots, and there's a Stuart. Not been taking infantry, the FFO Fusiliers, 10-man strong, not so good automatic rifle, not so good rifle, AT capabilities. Yeah, French freedom fighters. Converted RAF troops, 15-man strong, disheartened, and security trait, which is pretty cool. And they've got the Vickers and good rifles as well. So yeah, quite nice. Disheartened though. Autostrelki, they come with the 50 cal, so really important early on, as well as the CQC unit, the Geniste, with shock, and also in a well, that's a machine gun, not the proper half track, not the 50 cal half track, but it's annoying. And more Fusiliers in B phase, unvetted. They have to come unvetted. And then converted gunners also unvetted in B phase, and then Fusiliers in C phase also unvetted. As you can see, not much veterancy. He just doesn't go for one of the leaders. This leader used to be pretty good because you could use him for pushing, but the road speed has been nerfed to 100 kilometers. It was 120, and that used to be pretty damn good. You could use that as a forward machine gunner with its 2 light machine guns. Tank tab. It's an A-phase single red, then the very fast Cromwells. Twice in A-phase, once it's double vetted. Then a Cromwell leader. The Churchill, that is super slow, but has a fantastic frontal armor. Fireflies double vetted in A-phase, love to see the double vet. And Cromwells in B-phase. More Cromwells, leaders in B-phase, and then more Cromwells. Cromwell 7s in this case with 120mm front armor as opposed to 70, also in B phase. So it's an interesting choice that he brings his only 2k range Firefly in A phase already and not in B phase. In the support tab, Vickers HMG, Cromwell 6s with 2k range, really good, and then Cromwell 8s as well with fantastic armor. They're also fast. Also in A phase, almost a bit too much in A phase because I don't think he will bring them all in A phase. Would have put 1 in B phase. No slow Churchill though here. It's not that great anyway. 1 Vickers HMG and then ammunition. Interesting that he doesn't go for the MG42, which is better, but also more expensive. Anti-tank, 6-pounders in A phase, and then 17-pounders in A and B phase is all you can basically bring. Otherwise it gets a bit more expensive. And then anti-air Crusaders in A and B phase, 88 mils in A phase, and this one is actually intended for tank fights as well. Also has AP shells, Canadian unit there. It's pretty good. No Bofors, so I'm pretty sure he wants to use them to fight vehicles as well. Interesting that the there's 9 damage, but there's nothing with 9 health. 25-pounders really cheap and good in A phase, and then the long tom in B phase. There are other options like the BL 2.7.2 inch or the GPF, but not much ammunition here. Well, it has 3 rounds per minute, not so fast. This one doesn't have a lot of ammunition, but yeah, some options here. Air tap Spitfire for Recon in A phase, and Spitfires with a light payload, so short reload time, also in A phase, and then a Typhoon, which is with medium resilience as a kind of like dual purpose plane, I guess. In B phase, no AT rocket plane. Now let's jump to the next deck. The Boomer playing with 3rd Mechanized, which is a really good division now. So snipers, Razvedka with the bazooka in A phase, they come in an armored vehicle. Razvedka tanks, so T-34 Recon tanks basically, and then more Razvedkas in B phase. Doesn't go for the Valentine 3, super slow but really nice unit as well. After the current recent buffs. And no Dushka, the Dushka can actually be really annoying as well. So really good Recon tab actually. Infantry tab, he goes for the Comroti leaders. After Comroti leaders in A phase, only 15 points. You get 4 availability, which is fantastic. It's only 2 men strong, but yeah, still a lead, and that's what they're supposed to do. Here you'd also get 4 for 20. So with 1 more strength and AT for 5 more points might be worth it. Partisans on the other hand are a bit expensive, I think, in comparison. Guardia DP, really nice, 2 DP. Guns anti-tank rifle. Partisani, also really good. Well, not good, but unit. With PP Shahs, MP40s, they got buffed. A decent rifle and Molotov. And he brings the Partisani DP. Oh, I misclicked. The Partisani DP. They come with the light machine guns, so not this. That's kind of like the ranged variant. They're only 10 men strong. Kanko Desaniki, really good unit. Here with a 50 cal. 8 PP Shahs and Molotovs, very good unit. The Guardia DP, standard Guardia DP in B phase. Carry in B phase for CQ. And then a C phase card of Guardia DP. Tank tab, the Valentine, which is now really good. You get lots of MCHAs, so he brings 2 cards of MCHAs. He brings more Valentines in B phase, double vetted as well. I mean, that's fantastic, 115mm penetration. It takes them ages to arrive, but they are so good now. Would lose 2 here, yeah. And then the T-34-85 with the 2K range, they can fight it out with the Fireflies, and there are only 2 Fireflies. Bear in mind though that there are 17-pounders in the game as well. Then Ognomachiki to get into position. Maybe we see some 50 mil play here with the mortars. They are the good variant, the Soviet one with 800-meter range, which is really cool. And then Partisani MG42 has to come unvetted, and then ammunition. Anti-tank, Panzerschrecks in A phase, and the M42, which is a really good tool, and 110mm penetration with APCR. Without, it's 75. And an added leader here. SU-76 with radio, really cool unit. Then with this 2 gun, with APCR it's 185, and without it's still 120 and much better range. Position it well. SU-76 here they usually trade up, and another cut of this 2 guns, and they will not struggle against the up armored Germans as long as they are in APCR range. Doesn't go for them. I don't know why, because they have a good range with their APCR shells and also a good normal penetration. I think it might have been worthwhile taking one of them over one of the SU-76 cards. Gnosis 3 gun, a bit shittier with AP, but you can use it against infantry as well, and also for indirect fire. Oops. So yeah, I don't know what to take here. I would probably take the this 3 anti-air. This is now a really good AA piece with the availability buff, double vetted. This is a very, very good artillery piece, and that should be more than enough. Artillery against C.I.A.B.G. Then we see the mortars here on the bikes. So another bit micro-intensive mortar card. Artillery leaders, the F-22s that can be used for anti-tank duty as well. And then an off-map in B-Fake. Air tab, just a fighter bomber with a light payload and a shitty fighter, and that's all there is. Really, I mean, this is an interesting option. Maybe get some Recon. The IL-4 bombers with the 1,000 kilogram bombs. That's not too bad. Or the 2 500 kilogram bombs would have been an option, I think, as well. But you know, they're not that expensive. They are very good resilience. Good unit, I think. Okay, let's jump to the action. Here we are on Shchedrin. On the left-hand side, in red, we've got Bulldog playing C.I.A.B.G. On the right-hand side, in blue, we've got the b00mer playing 3rd mech, all with Maverick income. So it's a really cool map, actually. And usually this is a heavily contested area already with the deployment. Usually there's lots of fighting here, and he who wins this hill and then expand on it can help. It can help threatening all of this. Also, you know, denying reinforcements if you can, and there's usually artillery called in to shell this, or planes. Beware of that if you are the blue player. If red gets that hill, it usually also gets this flag and can start threatening this entire supply line and also eventually attack this. Sometimes blue can go this way. You have lots of range, but red can do the same. Also, red can try to get around here and attack here. Blue has quite a bit of way to get into this flag. Then this flag and this flag there can be cheeky grabs by red. They're in here, and you have nothing here. You could lose this, so it might be worth considering putting your artillery somewhere here. Also, this flag, if red pushes into here, this flag is often lost to red, so you need to be mindful of that. Maybe put something in here. And then obviously, of course, there's usually some fighting going on here. And if red once gets into here and can threaten like everything, it's blue will have a hard time, because it's a long way to resupply, but you know, it's usually uncontested. So it's going to be very interesting. So C.I.A.B.G, bit of a fast division, and there's a massive push here, trying to make the most of it with his fast vehicles, with the fast crumbles. This is going to be devastating, potentially, for the b00mer. Looking at his units, he's more like going for the hill, also aggressive deployment. Problem is that he's got one M42 gun here, he's got this gun here. Good deployment here. He put the jeeps in front. Valentine's actually slower, he should put them behind. But thing is, these Valentines are very slow, so the Cromwells will have arrived, and then I worry for the M42 gun and the ZIS2 gun. Then here we see a Daimler and a 6-pounder going up the hill, probably just to deny a potential assault here. And in the north we see a very passive and defensive deployment, not even going for this flag. On the other hand, the Boomer goes in with a ton of units, also some here. So I think he will, my prediction is that Bulldog will easily overwhelm the Boomer in the south, and then basically the Boomer will have to take the opportunity to push forward. He's got 2 M42 guns and a Valentine that will take ages against 3 Stuarts. It'll be a bit tough, but he needs to push here. Okay, see how that goes. Here we are, no early planes. The Daimler has no movement order. Okay, he immediately spotted, and he's actually going very aggressively, trying to attack potentially vehicles that come here. There are no vehicles coming. Oh no, there are actually. This one, which is a Tanko. Always a bit tricky if you just have one unit, and if there was an armored vehicle here, and there could be, then the tankers would have a problem. Here we see also the speed of 3rd Mech actually with these units. But there are 2 Vickers guns already unloaded. Yeah. And down goes the Flamer, and the M42 will follow suit. He's redirecting this to unload quickly, but this will be an overwhelming force. And yeah, the ZIS2 gun will stand no chance against the Cromwells. We'll turn down the volume a little bit. There we go. Okay. Let's focus on this engagement here. Yeah, Cromwell 5s, and there's also like a Cromwell 8. They will shred through that. His hope is now that he holds this, but he might even lose the hill, because now the Daimlers can be redirected, and Bulldog immediately calling in reinforcements to grab this hill. He realizes that he won this engagement. And here, Bulldog held this, and he's now moving forward. With some of the units at least. And there's a lot of veterancy going on here. Thanks to the After Comrati for 15 points. Very, very efficient unit. Now the Valentines have line of sight, had line of sight. And now Namcha is coming. That's good against all that infantry. But he will need to deal with the Cromwells, and the Valentines are the perfect tool for that. It's just a shame that they are so slow. Because there are now lots of troops. I mean, 75, if they could side shot, but maybe they don't, so it's tricky. This needs to shoot. Yeah, there we go. He needs to win this engagement. Okay, now, like I said, first armored car, and already the tankers have a huge problem. And the Boomer won't be able to address it. There's an Namcha coming in, but it's going to take ages, and very unfortunately, I think it's taking a wrong path. I think it would be faster here. Not sure why it arrived here. I mean, the AI chooses where it starts. You can pay attention to it and, you know, fiddle around with it a little bit, with move orders and stuff. And again, the lack of AT really hurting. So a Piat unit or something like that would have worked wonders. But the Valentine's just arriving too late, and very unfortunate with 2 crits here. And bouncing the Cromwell in a very commanding position there. And the problem is I'll see the power of the 50 cal. And both Valentines go down. The problem with the Valentines, the MCHA won't be a threat to these units. Now the problem is that, well, it's not a problem, it's just, you know, the way it works. The the units target the unit with the highest armor value. Good target here, and they will come back quickly. And this is the Cromwell 8, but the Valentine's had a hard time crushing the armor. Now this is a very defensive position. The best you can do now with these units. Good positioning here of these units, and Emcher moving forward is a bad call. There's just too much going on. And now with the amount of suppression, I don't think it'll do much. A lucky crit here, but it only hit the driver, so doesn't do too much. And there's another Stuart, and there's no AT capabilities in here. Another Valentine. It's going to take ages. Now the Emcher will deal with the Daimler and preventing the flag grab together with the Tanko. But he needs to push in the north. Did push a little bit, but he needs to fully push, or there will be some reinforcements and then it'll be too hard. He could maybe now blind attack this spot here. There's most likely something, you know, the front line suggests it. And the problem is he needs to push through the entire town in order to get that flag. But he's holding out at the 12-12 right now, so that's actually quite impressive. But he needs to find an answer to this. And he doesn't have a Typhoon. Though, sorry, not Typhoon, but an AT plane. So this is a good call, the Su-76, because it's so cost efficient. But it's only one. The Emcher won't do much against these units. Will get penned, but it won't pen. Aggressive forward deployment here of the Daimlers. And these units will go down. Up here in the north, the push is real. A nice counter push here by the Boomer. But he's not countering the push, he's actually pushing. Very good. But he needs to move forward. And there are no reinforcements just yet. He has a real chance of taking that on. But he's losing so many units down here. All those Emchers and Valentines going down. Or the Daimler going down at least. 17 pounder now being called, and it will be positioned somewhere up here, trying to threaten this entire supply line. Oh no, it's actually unloaded here. Maybe because of the plane. 6 pounder, yet another good target. This little fighter bomber is paying for itself quite nicely. Not sure what this unit is gonna do here. And yeah, this push continues though. And it's good to see. He needs to follow up with the M42s as well a bit more in order to be able to take out the Stuart. And Firefly now even being called in, one of the 2 Fireflies. And to be honest, I don't see the Boomer taking this back. Doesn't have anything like an ISU. Now the Razvedka is a good call. He would have needed it before, at least like one. Be able to you know, have to fight against all the armor up here. See some action here. The Emcher in a perfect positioning here. The Tanko giving some line of sight, and the Emcher also trying to fight the enemy. But there's a Piat unit on the run, on the prowl. Valentines have arrived, going to send them up the hill. Actually a good call, I think. But this ain't good enough here. He needs to push through to this, and he could have, given the amount of units. Obviously he doesn't know. And he's under heavy pressure in the center. But there's no way he's going to push back into this after being out-traded, I think, here in the south and in the center as well. Now reinforcements are being called in. This is the problem. Good positioning here, and this is all, like this is with heat shells, and this is with Piats. They have a good range as well. And the AA is there to supposedly close off the sky and consolidate the gains here. And it's still close, and the Boomer actually in the front. It feels like Bulldog is winning, but in fact the Boomer is in front, but losing the AA piece here to the 17-pounder. That's painful, and the AA piece would have been needed right now. And I think a Valentine was killed as well by the 17-pounders already. And yeah, this plane already ready again. I don't think, maybe it's the second one, but they reload so fast and it will kill the 17-pounder. Bulldog a little bit careless, but the 88 is now coming in. Oh no, there's the other Valentine. 12-12. Oh, and there's a 17-pounder. Yeah, but he won't move this way. No more aggression here by the Boomer. And in the meantime, Bulldog is consolidating his gains. Not unloading his AA piece. Machiki going down. And this unit in grave danger, but it might win if it gets a shot off. And there's even a bounce, but it's got hill pressure. Didn't move far enough, it would appear. Now the Valentine bouncing like a champ. Really good unit once it's arrived on the battlefield. Just 20 points. Taking out these two units. And even a Typhoon going for the Valentine, but the Valentine holds. Center pretty much lost, but the Boomer still holding the flag. There's not sufficient tank support or AT support for Bulldog to contest it. There's another flak, but this one is not even unloaded. He wants to take back this hill. I think that actually the Boomer has decided to not go for the town. I think he's maybe saving up for the B phase off map to use it here, but he might also use it to try to take back the hill or get it off here. And killing this 17-pounder was actually quite crucial. Maybe he should put some Recon here to get better eyes on what's going on here. Yeah, and he's just securing this. He feared the breakthrough and wanted to deny it with these two units. I understand that. Charles and Valentine. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, it's just the plane. Now the plane is being denied. Might even get shot down. Oh, down it goes. AA is here. Now this time this AA piece will get through. It's not a fight that the Sherman wants to take. I think that yeah, the Boomer needs to consolidate and put some M42s here maybe. Maybe a Rasvetka bazooka like this one he already did. Maybe an infantry unit and just hold out here. There's no way he's going to push on here. He needs to go around. We have a chance. Or clear this. Yamcha now can be killed by the Motostrelki. I'm not sure why the Motostrelki are not moving in, because they would be within Piat range. In the north, M42 fighting the converted RAF. And a lot of troops are being called in now. They are quite cheap. 20 points. And they're quite efficient. for what they do, but there's no leader. A leader would be important to or, well, I think a leader wouldn't be enough, right? Units have their experience increased by 1 level, won't surrender, perform normally, even when behind enemy lines, and only half suppression. Do they negate disheartened completely? Not sure. Yeah. Defensive beacon has been placed here, and the first the biker gang has arrived. Motorbikes back then, and yet again a very important tool. And there we go. Imagine your passenger is not a person but an 82mm mortar, and the off-map actually comes in the south. Ooh! It almost goes down. Oh! But he quickly sets an off-map and he's trying to hide here, which is a good call. But he's now alarmed. He might probably move everything away. Lots of suppression. And he's building up a force to push down the hill. Still 12-12, and the reinforcements in the north have also arrived, and the center is also being reinforced. One motor strike now attacking, but maybe this is to protect this flank potentially. Off map coming down. Firefly is outside of range. No, it's not. 152mm. Not killing too much. I mean, there's still 2 hit points left. He needs another off map right now, and he might kill this. They are being shot at from like everything's crit by the Firefly. The Valentine went down as well, and the Yamcha will die. E34 doesn't have a chance to penetrating this tool. Yamcha going down. Oh, those points. AAP is falling back. Lots of pressure. The Air Force coming in. Spitfire and Typhoon going for that high value target. The Cobra missing. Partizani will be annihilated. Yes, the T-34 actually damaged. No, it's just suppressed. A little bit damaged here. Cobra going down. That was a waste of points. Another off map. This is going to be really helpful, I think. And give some breathing room. Troops are waiting, ready to push in, I think. But if the Motostrelki gets a shot on the Yamcha, then it's going to be problematic. And this has bad line of sight. Bad optics, so... yeah, very low optics, so... He needs Partizani, otherwise the Strelki will now easily kill the Yamcha. In the north, in the meantime, the red wave is trying to push back, but it's not really eating. They are out of HE shells, the Yamcha needs to move in. But at the same time, the Boomer is fighting for survival in the south, and the off-map comes. Cromwell going down, that's actually a good kill. Reinforcements are being called in. Pierce will go down. And there's still lots of bazooka dudes. No, sorry, Panzerfaust Marines, and also the Flak is a problem. Not sure why the Motostrelki is not moving in on the Yamcha. 12 back to a 12-12, and there's only a slight lead for Bulldog now. Mirror income, phase B, almost over, so both players will be reduced to 80 points income per minute in a minute. And will the luck go down? It might. If that hits, it hits perfectly. Flak going down to the 82 mil bike motor, and there's still a 17 pounder here on the hill. Oh, look at that. All those points. All those points. The Yamcha here. Okay, good line of sight here. Thanks to the Saperi, I think he got spotted. Good off map again. And now an Yamcha here would be lovely for the WARNO. Going for the 17 pounder here. Trying to soften it up. Actually rather accurate at this distance. 1.5 kilometers. Roughly. Lots of units coming in. This is unfortunately not in a building. This is going to be a problem. In a building it would have been much better. Okay, he cancelled this off map and called in a new one. That's actually a good call because he needs the flag back. But it's suddenly a 15-9. In the north, the blue lines are crumbling. He had the upper hand in the beginning. He could have pushed, but he didn't, unfortunately for him. And there's now a wave of Fusiliers, and there's the GG. I guess by the WARNO he gave up. He wasn't outtraded that much, so it was actually a good game, and he kept in. He basically suffered from the very strong C.I.A.B.G opening in the south and didn't properly counter and took the entire northern city, which would have been helpful, I think. And he actually kind of came back into the game, and I don't think it was like 100% over because he had some nice tools still, like the T-34 that was alive, and also, you know, the Shermans could have done some lifting, and the C.I.A.B.G infantry is actually rather poor. So yeah, it was actually quite a close game, even though rendered now. Chronology here, you see this horrible opening. Then it was a bit better, probably in the town. And there are like faces, and here lots of blue went down. A bit red goes down, yeah. Kills. 912, 88. Gunners, 17 pounder. And here, yeah, this was good. 2 6-pounders and a 17 pounder. This Yamcha was a champ. Valentine did well. T-34 arrived in the nick of time, even took out one of the Fireflies. The offer only killed the Cromwell, but it softened up everything else. Quite important. So, for example, this spike could kill this unit. So 2 good players here. You see level 23 with a really good victory ratio. I will be playing Bulldog, and he beat the WARNO, so yeah, not going to look, doesn't look good for me. But we'll see how it goes. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Until then, bye for now.